Jack here. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the XVIVE U5 wireless audio for video system. Now, the XVIVE U5 wireless audio for video system is a great wireless lapel microphone system that comes with a microphone, a transmitter, and a receiver, and the receiver gets mounted on the camera so that your wireless audio is fed directly to the camera. Let's check it out. All right, so we'll take off the sleeve, and then we've got this inner box, nice and fancy. All right, when you open up the box, this is what you're gonna see. We've got the transmitter. This is the wireless body pack that the microphone attaches to. Your receiver, this will actually mount on the hot or cold shoe on your camera and plug directly into your camera's microphone input. 2 rechargeable lithium batteries. And then in here, we've got the professional quality lapel microphone that includes a shirt clip, a windscreen, and a little plug there that actually screws in to the transmitter, which is fantastic. Under that, we've got our little USB recharging cable. It actually has 2 different ends on it, so you can recharge both of these together, which is fantastic. The batteries will go in there, stay in there, and then you use this to hook into the devices themselves, and you can recharge them at the same time. Included in here is also the aux cable, which is exciting. So let's get these out, pop the batteries in, and we'll take a look. Here's the transmitter, and there's a little door right here for the battery. You just pop the door open, grab the battery, slide it in like so, and then you can close that door and you're all set. All right, and then to turn it on, there's a little power button right here on the side. We'll go ahead and hold that down, and then there you go. It is good to go. Same thing with the receiver. We're gonna go ahead and pop open the back, grab the other battery, drop this in like so, take the top, and it just pops in like that. All right, then power button on the side, pull it down and hold, let go, flip it around, and you can already see that channel 1 has successfully turned green and connected to our transmitter. Now, this receiver can handle up to 2 transmitters at the same time. Now, with this unit, you do have 6 different preset frequency channels to choose from. And again, if you're using 2 transmitters, that gives you 6 total. So for example, if transmitter 1 is using channel 1, that gives you 5 remaining channels for transmitter 2. So here we are with the lapel mic. I've got no complaints whatsoever. The clip is very sturdy. It's staying on here for sure. The windscreen is very nice, and it just seems like a really cool little omnidirectional lapel, which would be great for interview, voiceovers, and everything like that. I wouldn't recommend using it to record anything because it is omnidirectional. It's probably not intended for anything like that, but for dialogue, interview style stuff, this is going to be great. Now, as I mentioned before, this little plug has a screw, which is super professional and really cool. I'll go ahead and plug in the microphone, and then here we go. We just twist that on until it's nice and tight, and then that's not going anywhere. You can put this on your belt, run this up through your shirt, clip it on your collar or a lapel or a tie, whatever you've got going on, and this is gonna stay super sturdy and not go anywhere. Now, one thing that's really cool is the transmitter itself does have a button to change the channel. It's got buttons for the gain itself, which is really nice, and it has its own mute button. So really easy to get to. If you're wearing this and you need to cut it off, just go ahead and hit that mute button. There you go. It's got gain up and down, as well as a channel button and a mic line switch if you want to use this with a line input. Here's some of the features of the receiver. It's got a cold or hot shoe mount, which is super nice for anyone using this with a digital camera, which is what it's intended for. It has the channel buttons on the front. Those will light up green if it's connected to an active transmitter. Mute buttons for both of the channels as well. And then there's the display that shows battery level and channel, as well as the gain currently. Now, one thing that's really cool is on top, you do have gain knobs for each channel, which is super cool. You also have a mono stereo switch. Now, this really only comes into play if you have 2 transmitters. Now, if I did have a second transmitter, I could switch this to stereo mode, which would set the microphones independently on the left and right channel, allowing you to edit each microphone individually, adjust the volume, and all of that. Now, to get this going with the camera, it's super straightforward. Just take the receiver and the included aux cable. We're gonna go ahead and plug the aux cable into the receiver. We'll mount this on top of the camera and then plug this into the camera's audio microphone input. So let's get that set up real quick. All right, so we're gonna switch over to the phone here for a second. I've got the receiver right here. We're gonna go over to the camera. I'm gonna take the microphone off of my backup cold shoe right here. I'm gonna take this. We're gonna say goodbye to it for now. Pop this guy out, set that to the side. Go ahead and grab our receiver. Tighten it down. And let's see if the cable reaches. It should. Go ahead and pop this in the side right there. All right, and now here's our transmitter. Let's go ahead and get this set up and see if we have audio. 1, 2, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so I went ahead and set up the U5 system. I've got the transmitter right here, hooked up to the lapel mic on my shirt, and the receiver is mounted on the camera as you saw in the previous clip. I haven't set this up before. I think everything's good. It looks good. My camera's got level. I'm feeling good about this. Let's go ahead and try out that mute button. So I'll keep talking, and I'm gonna go ahead and press the mute button and bring it back. Okay, seemed to work. The gain buttons on the transmitter seem to be working. I think, yep, the level's going up a little bit. We'll bring that back down. I feel pretty good about that. And one thing that's kind of a negative for me is the overall construction is pretty plasticky. When I first pulled it out of the box, it was really light and I wasn't sure of the overall durability of the unit. Once you put the battery in, I would say the weight improves a lot and it does feel quite a bit more solid. But the clip on the transmitter is solid metal and I feel really good about that. Peace.